Kenny Badger is back on the Reiju and is going against one of the baddest baddies coming out of OP11, Blue Yellow Nami. Let's see how he does against this new leader. If you're enjoying the content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Card Condini.
Just doing a VOD review, and we are going to be playing OP11 Reiju. And this is the deck list that we do have here. We have 2 blocker HGs, we have our 3 blocker Yanjis with 3 mini Yanjis. We have our 4 2K Reijus for searching ability. We have our Rush HG. We have our Judge for recursion. Our Soras. We have our Tech and Nijis for removal. And then we have our Reiju draw power. A couple things to note, we still have our Choppers. Chopper blocker very good in this deck. We have no ability to re-ramp our Don, so Tony Chopper, you're doing that for us. Our early game searchers, Sanji, Black Buff for removal, and then our Sages here. We're gonna go against one of the newest leaders in the meta right now, the Blue Yellow Nami. Let's see how we do. So, looking at our hand here, right? We do have the Reiju set, right? Baby Reiju, Big Reiju. And then we also have a Chopper as well, which sort of, you know, is pretty good because we can play out the Reiju our first turn since we are going second, draw a couple cards, and next turn re-ramp with Chopper. We don't have the stage, but I think going second, this hand is not bad.
It's morphin' time!
So we go ahead and just do just that. Reiju out, Big Reiju onto the field, return our Don, draw 2 cards. Our hand is full of bricks right now, right? We have 2 big HGs, a Judge, not a lot of counter. So if they do swing a 7k, we're probably gonna have to take it, right? We can only counter out of like a 1k or a 5k. So if they swing 6, looking at this, we're gonna have to drop the Reiju and the Chopper, and that sort of ruins our like turn 2 plan or turn 3 plan on this. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go ahead and take this hit. And because we took that hit, we got our stage, which is amazing. All right, cool. So here, I want them to activate their leader ability, so I'm just gonna poke 5, right? Use your leader ability, drop a card, let's see what happens. Nami doesn't end up using their leader ability, instead they hit a Sanji's peel off trigger, drawing 2 cards, which is fine. We're just gonna go ahead and just play our stage out cycle, drop the blocker HG into our graveyard. We're going to pull out a mini HG, poke it under 5, play out a Chopper, call it a turn. And that was our game plan from the beginning of the game, right? So, you know, mission accomplished so far, right? We got our, we got some cards into our hand, we got our blocker out, and we also re-ramped our Don, so we're on pace. This is why Chopper is still very important to the Reiju deck, because we don't have any other ways to re-ramp our Don. We could play Black Maria, but Black Maria sort of sticks onto the field. And it also goes against our like Vinsmoke HG like leader effect, or Vinsmoke HG blocker effect. Okay, Nami's turn. They play out 2 Shirahoshis. That's fine. And they swing in 6 into our Reiju. I was thinking about countering this, but we're gonna have to like drop like our big Reiju and then our Sanji, which I don't really want to do, so I just give up the Chopper. He's doing his job. And that's sort of what you want to do with Chopper here, right? Because he sort of negates your blocker HG effect and your blocker Yanji effect. So he's always the first one to go. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle. I go ahead and grab our blocker Yanji. I'm just going to poke 5 in, right? Use your leader effect. I want you to use your leader effect. Get 1 card from your hand. That's fine. Cool. Now sitting at 7k for the turn. What do? We have 6 Dawn. So looking at our hand here, right? We could play out the Yanji. We could play out our Rush HG, get our blocker, and I think that is the choice we make, right? I'm looking at our Sanji. Like, should I, search for something? What do I need here? Do I want to get removal? Do I want to get like a mini Yanji to play out the big Yanji with? So I'll play out our HG. Get our blocker out.
It's morphin' time!
Cool. We got our Reiju. That's fine. Can't play it yet. Let's go ahead and see what we do next. I think what we do is we play out our Sanjis to look out for something, or do we attach 7 and swing? Yep, Sandy comes out. Cool, we do find our mini Yanjis. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one of those up. And next turn, we can get him onto the field. They'll play out the Vivi, they'll play out the stage. This Queen Mama Chanter stage. Not too sure if it's good in this deck. I do think this is like a really weird Nami build. There's a lot of like fish folk in this, right? The Shirahoshi, pretty weird. Cool. They go ahead and swing 7 in. We go ahead and block with our AK blocker. And that's their turn. So this turn here, I'm thinking, let's get out this Yanji blocker. Let's put some pressure into their life here. What I'm also looking at as well is this a game where we can do a judge play? And it probably isn't, just because we don't have a lot of cards in our graveyard. Cool, I attached 2 Dawn into my leader, swing 7k in, making sure if they want to use that leader effect, they were going to tax a card from their hand. Yep, I'm like, okay, judge is in the play here, let's go ahead and cycle them out. Sure, I might as well get another Red Ranger. Shouldn't be too bad, right? Always nice to have Red Rangers. And because they didn't use their leader ability, they took the life. Not too sure as to why. I'm like, okay, well not. Reiju, do you want to go in? Do a 5k in? Not yet. Instead, we get out our blocker Yanji. Nice to have more blockers on the field. And I think with this move here, we do just swing AK with Reiju. Alright, use the leader effect, and I also draw a Flampe. So I'm thinking here, do I want to end my turn, or do I swing my Vesmo HEG? And I do that, right? I'm like, okay, I have a blocker Yanji on the field. He can save whoever. Let's go ahead and tax him one more card. He drops another Flampe. Yeah, with his Nami deck right now, he doesn't really have too much board presence. I'm not too sure what version of the deck he is playing. He just has all these mini cards, and he also puddings me, which doesn't really do anything because Reiju has so much draw power and doesn't really, affect me too much. And my board presence is already there. So I'm already up and running. Now turn 5, he gave me the pudding. He used his stage ability. He has 2 Dawn left. What does he do with that 2 Dawn, right? Attaches 1, swings in. I can't block with my HEG because I attacked him last turn. I'm like, okay, we use the card effect and then we discard like a Niji. Counter out. Keep it chill. No point in block with Yanji. Cool, redraw. Recycle out a Reiju. What are we gonna get? Red Ranger, perfect. Right, looking at our graveyard, we do have a lot of Rush Red Rangers, so we can go ahead and play that. Get out a Rush Red Ranger and give him the slappening. And of course, when we attack in, we do want to attack in at 7. Just because of the leader ability, making them a 7k leader. Yep, 7k, drops a 1k. Looking at our Dawn, we do want 4 Dawn for our HEG, so let's go ahead and do a 7k on Reiju. They block it, finally using blockers, cool. Look at my HEG, do I want to play him out? I definitely think I do.
It's morphin' time!
Doesn't matter who's blocking. Can't really swing for Yanji. Swing for HEG here. I think they use a blocker to take that. Nope, they counter out. Cool. And then I'm like looking at this, I'm like, okay, I do have an HEG here just chilling. I do have a Yanji as well as a blocker. I'm just gonna swing in, right? Let's tax another card or tax their blocker. Draws a Flampe, great. 4 cards in hand, we're doing it, right? We're sort of whittling down this Nami's resources, even though this Nami has a lot of resources with all their draw power. Cool. So Charlotte Linden comes in, right? Let's go ahead and pause this here. As Reiju, we want to dwindle down their life as fast as possible, right? And also as Reiju, we have the ability to use like Judge. We have a lot of ability to like recur from our graveyard. So trashing top of our life, very, very good for us, right? Sure, you know, life is precious, but like their board state right now doesn't have a lot of pressure to try to threaten our life because we have 2 blockers on the field. We're just sort of chilling. We don't want to give them a life just in case they get triggers, you know, all that yellow jazz. So, trashing top of one of our lives, good deal. Very good deal. $7K in, all right. So, you know, I did attack with my HEG, can't really block with that one there. I will buff up, and I think I will discard the Sora. Cool, we get our bait HEG, we're gonna cycle that out. Get another Red Ranger. And now let's start slamming his face in. Of course, we're gonna do a 7K swing first. Making sure they activate that leader ability. Alright, so they use their leader ability, and then they also use a Gum Red Hawk. So because they use that, it's telling me like, are they like running out of like counter? So not too sure why. Because they could have saved that Gum Red Hawk for something else, right? So that's what tells me, hey, maybe they don't have no more counter. So I swing 9K in, we take that. We bust out another Rush HG.
It's morphin' time!
Swing that as well. We take the life. Alright, you know, blocker HG, wanted to take a stab at it as well. Discard that VV that he just got from life. I think we end our turn here just because we have nothing else to play. Alright, so we're sitting in a good spot. We have a blocker on the field. We have 2 lives, 1 life now. But like I said before, right? Discarding our life, especially in a matchup where they don't really have a lot of field presence, is probably pretty good for us. And look at our field presence here, we don't want to give him another life, right? Because that means we're going to attack him more. Here, we're like, okay. Let's go ahead and take the Yanji blocker. I think we're going to use the Yanji blocker here. He has not blocked anything his entire time here. Use his effect. But yeah, going back to it, we want to make sure that we don't want to grant them life because it's more hard for us to kill them than for them to kill us in this current board state. Counter out, and then with this coming turn, we're gonna try and go for a game here, right? We have 1 card, 1 Dawn up, 4 cards in hand. Probably very, very limited on counter. So we're gonna start swinging here and see what we can do. Bang, 9K in, so they discard 1 card for leader ability, and then they're gonna have to like discard a 2K and a 1K. So 3 cards from their hand with this effect right here. Right, so boom, there you go. And then they use their Gum Red Hawk. Cool. Gets them through. Cool, they have 2 cards in hand. We do another 9K in. They have to take this, right? Unless they drop their entire hand. They drop their entire hand. Perfect. Now we have 3 swings going in, and that's just a game, right? So boom, 7K in. That's the last card in their hand, and then we attach all down and swing for game. And with that, they just sort of concede. Yeah, so looking at this game here, this is sort of, I'm not too sure if this is actually how the Nami deck should be like played. I feel like Nami aren't really running like, you know, these Hero Hoshins and whatnot. So a bit weird of a deck over here, but maybe they just drew really bad. I do see that they have this Monkey D. Luffy that they should be running. But yeah, this is the gameplay here versus blue, yellow Nami, right? We played a little bit slow. We got our blockers, you know, But in reality, like, they just couldn't build up a lot of board presence. Not too sure if they drew really bad or whatnot. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying these OP11 games. Kenny Badger sort of getting the hang of the meta here. And a lot of times it's like playing this OP11 meta, a lot of the games are just like scoops, right? Like, we get into a game, like 2-3 turns in, they just leave the game. Which is why Kenny Badger here is doing like these post-game commentary, because we want to make sure we have games that are like sort of quality where we can sort of see it through to the end. Yeah, well, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!